Every day at work, people are experiencing constant interruption from emails, Teams chats, and other digital interruptions and notifications that happen throughout their day. So, what is the real impact of digital distraction on our working days? So digital distraction is exactly as it says. It's being distracted or disrupted or interrupted by a digital notification, something digital that stops us in our tracks and moves our attention away from what we are currently doing. Now, the problem with digital distraction is it takes us out of our flow. And on average, the average office worker in the US is being distracted every 3 minutes. And it's been shown that it takes on average 26 minutes to get our full attention back on what we're doing after we've been distracted. Now, if you do the maths, if we're being distracted every 3 minutes, but it takes 26 minutes to get the full attention back on task, that means we've never ever got our full attention on what we're working on because we're being interrupted throughout the day. Another study found that distraction through digital notifications has a bigger impact on IQ scores in an IQ test than smoking cannabis. So the study showed that in an IQ test scenario, people scored on average 10 points lower when they were digitally interrupted throughout their IQ test. 10 points lower on average. Now, a different study found that cannabis had an impact of 4 points, so it reduced scores by 4 points on average. So digital distractions are actually worse for our performance and ability to perform than smoking cannabis. Now, we're not going to allow our employees to sit around smoking cannabis. We're not going to do it ourselves and expect to be able to perform. And yet we are bombarding ourselves or being bombarded by digital distractions all the time and thinking it's absolutely okay. Now, the other downside of digital distractions is the feeling of overwhelm. You just want to crack on with what you've got to do, but there's more and more stuff coming through. There's more questions being asked of you. There are more emails coming into your inbox. So it's hugely distracting. So it can lead to real feelings of overwhelm. It can lead to feelings of stress. And because it takes us away from what we're doing, it then adds added time pressure on. And we wonder why people are logging in out of hours because they're not having the time during the working day to get their things done that they need to get done because they're being constantly distracted digitally. So what typical digital distractions are people experiencing? Well, the most obvious one is emails. In fact, I did a whole video about managing emails effectively. I will pop the link above to that video, but email distraction is a huge one. On average, people are spending half of their working day on emails, and it doesn't help when those constant notifications about new emails are coming through. So the most obvious thing to do is turn off those notifications, have set times to go into your emails, stop the notifications coming through so you can get on with what you're doing and then go into your emails when you have completed a task. And as I say, check out that email management video for more tips on effective email management. Another digital distraction is Teams chats. So this is quite a new thing since COVID with hybrid working and remote working, having a constant Teams chat on the go. The problem with that is people are then using it to speak one-to-one with people in a team environment, and everybody is being distracted by that one-to-one conversation that's happening. Again, much better to go offline from the Teams chat and go on when you've completed a task, catch up with all the messages on there and go offline again, than to be interrupted throughout your day. You'll get far more done. And the real important thing here is that companies are creating a digital culture where it's not expected for you to be plugged into your notifications all the time, to be constantly alerted, to be constantly aware of everything that's going on. Because when that happens, we become more and more distracted, we get less done, we become more overwhelmed, we become more stressed, and we can never give our full focus and attention to what we're trying to complete. So it has a real negative impact on performance and productivity, which of course have an impact on business output and results. So I want you to really think deeply about the digital distractions that are happening within your business, within your working day, every single day. Start listing those digital distractions and start looking at ways in which you can reduce those digital distractions to improve your well-being, get more done, feel far more productive, and also perform at a higher level. I would love to hear from you in the comments. How do you feel about digital distractions? Do you have your notifications turned on for your emails? What digital distractions really irritate you? And have you tried reducing those digital distractions and seen a positive impact? Let me know in the comments. And I would also love it if you subscribe to my channel, where I share lots about digital well-being, smartphone use, and digital culture within businesses. And I'll see you again soon. Take care.